Beautiful, we are back and it's time for us now to get down to the conversation today. I know most of you are looking forward to the convo because honestly, we can never get enough of understanding the balance between saving and spending. And as we mentioned, this is a timely conversation, especially because at such a time as this, we are going to be entering into a season of salaries. People are getting their salaries. We were just joking with the Kevin Shitsukane here and saying that if you don't budget, the money will be the one to budget you, to tell you this is how I want to be spent. So budget before that salary enters your account. But anyway, thank you for joining us. We are live on YouTube, Hope TV Kenya. You can definitely peep there and also, just get a feel of what we are talking about today. Share that link with a friend. 07 So ask us any question that you may have with regards to saving and also spending. This is the opportunity for you to do just that. And without much further ado, allow me to welcome our mwenyeji, because now he's no longer a guest, he's our mwenyeji now. But still we'll get a cup of tea at the end of it all. Kuna mtu alituambia ati sitaki ama ni wewe, sijui ilikuwa nani, alisema sitaki kuwa mwenyeji mkose kunipea chai. But you're most welcome, Kevin, and maybe just introduce yourself to those who are probably seeing you for the first time.
All right. Good morning once again. I am Kevin Shitsukane.
Yeah.
I'll stick to one title today.
Yeah.
Financial advisor.
Okay.
Come insurance coach. Yes, and I think I'll be in that WhatsApp group of the aspect of mugeni kidogo, so that the chai remains.
Well noted.
Yes, thank you for having me today.
Yes,
Asante.
It's a pleasure. Every time you come here, you always leave us different. We learn so much, and today is such an opportunity once again to learn about saving and also spending. And I think the first question in my mind right now is that, is there a balance between saving and spending? Can we get to that place where we actually have a balance, or will one always overpower the other?
All right. Yes, there is a balance, and maybe first of all, there is a difference between saving and investing. I mean, saving come investing as opposed to spending. Okay. So when we say, I was telling people sometime that before you think of spending, always think of saving. Because if you first start spending, you will always save what is left. And in many instances, you realize that there is nothing left. Yeah. So always we say, before you spend, save. Save. In fact, there is this gentleman, great philanthropist and a great financial mogul. Yeah. Is called Warren Buffett. He usually says that always spend what is left after saving. Don't save what is left after spending. You see? So that is where now we say the drawing line in between spending and saving is that saving talks of the language of wealth creation. But spending talks of what we call money consuming. So we have two guys here. There is one spending, we call them now consumers. And there is the other guy saving, we call them creators. So be a wealth creator.
Not a wealth consumer.
So that you are not a consumer, because if you are a consumer, you actually give money a different direction, which I usually say, when you are a spender, you are actually using money on status. But when you are a wealth creator, you're using money on value. So every time now money comes your way, think of spending on value. On value. Don't spend on validation.
Hey, you need to say that again.
So whenever money comes into your hand like this, quickly think about it. In fact, way before money came, it must find you in a position where you're prepared to actually build the value of it. And when you spend money on value, it actually becomes a faithful servant. But when you spend money on validation, it becomes a brutal mass. But it will always honor creators. Why? Because it is currency. It loves flowing. So whenever money finds in a place that you have now welcomed it, it is now comfortable to stay with you, and it's able to realize that the atmosphere is actually conducive for its growth. The air it is breathing at that particular time, it's realizing that now you've brought it into a place where it is going to start realizing a increase. It's going to appreciate, not to depreciate. Then at that more than men who are spenders. And that's why we say, drawing line in between, before you are deemed to be a spender, at least convince money that I can be faithful and trusted to be around you. And that's where you realize the scripture says, is it Proverbs 22? From around verse 5, 6 over there is a part where the Bible talks about money is able to grow wings and fly away. Yes. So at that particular instance, money is growing wings to fly away because it has found itself in an environment that is called mismanagement. So when there is management strategies, then money will be comfortable to stay around you and grow. And that's why we say, before you are deemed to be a spender, please be found a saver. Yes.
Oof, wow, that's really powerful. And I feel like I want to camp on a point, on a heavy nugget that you have dropped. Spending money on value versus spending money on validation. I think
right.
So that we understand what constitutes me spending money on value and what constitutes me spending money on validation. You know, how do the two look like?
I usually say every dollar that comes into your hand is a message to the future. Why that is so is that to every dollar that is coming into your hand gives you an option for a decision. A decision of whether to spend it or save it. And in the place of saving come investing is where now you are giving a message to the future that I'm coming and I'm loaded for purposes of equipping myself and build a legacy.
Wow.
But then when I'm going to take this money into the direction of spending, what happens is that you are actually, to every dollar, I would say like this, to every dollar that handles your hand or comes into your hand is actually a page or a leaf. That's why it comes, they are leaves, you know, they are not. So this is a leaf that you just either, if you're going to spend it, you have actually torn a piece from your book of the destiny where you're going. And if you're going to save and invest it, you have simply written a will. That then I am here then to build a legacy. But then if you're going then to spend this money without a plan, of course there is good spending, there is just a reckless spending or careless spending. Spending to prove a point. Or buying things to please people who don't like you and just convince them to stay around you. You see, that at that time, you are actually just a spender. There is no better way to say it. And that's why we say every dollar that comes into your hand comes with an opportunity for a decision to be made.
Yeah.
So anytime this decision has been brought before you, this is a blank check. You can write it into becoming a bigger margin of growth, or you can actually just tear that piece of paper and throw it away. So it determines, the determination is in your hand. Journey of 1,000 miles begin with one stride. And that's why we say, before money ever came into your hand, what were you thinking? Because money comes to amplify your thoughts.
Wow.
And that's where we say, before money lands into your hand, what is your mindset? Have a wealth creation mindset so that you're going to now take a route of investing and saving, not the route of spending. And if you go the route of now saving and investment, you will then always prioritize what you call budgeting. So that in your spending, there is a spending with purpose.
Yeah.
So a spender with purpose is not a spender, is an investor. But then when you are before money like this, the quality question is this: what have you been thinking? What were the thought plans? Because again, you can't build wealth with the poverty mindset that was there before. So it means that money is actually like an anointing. It does not come to change you. It just comes to announce who you are. So money coming into your hand is a message to the future of what you have been doing in the now. Do you have a vision? Then if the vision is there, then money comes. Money now changes its name. It becomes provision. It comes to advance the vision you had. But if this money will come into your hand and it finds there was no vision, then it becomes a consumption. Always, before money is ever in your hand, ensure and insist that you are a wealth creator, and that began with your mindset. And then number two, have a definite vision. Have a definite goal. This particular goal, then give it a price tag. Always, before money comes into your hand, give it several names. And that's where now when you're maybe entering a public transport, we call it what? Bus fare. When if you're cruising your own machine, we call it what? Fuel. You see, if someone got into a hospital, we call it what? There is a different names we give money.
Yeah.
So the same way, money is given a definition by your mindset. So always have a wealth creation mindset, then you'll define what money is to you.
Wow, that's quite deep. But I'm also thinking now on the side of spending, because you will hear many say, lazima niambie mwili pole. You know, we have such statements running around that when I catch money, before hata nianze anything, before I think of saving, paying rent, I'm like, ocha niambie mwili pole. What's the danger of such a mindset? And how can we, even as we are spending on entertainment per se, be careful while at it?
We have people who find themselves where they get into a field of spending emotionally. I usually tell my people that before you have to take this money into a route or into a particular direction, either way, always ensure you're sober. Because money can make men drunk.
That's true.
Money can drive people crazy. In fact, there's someone who ever said, God made money, God made man, man made money, and money made man.
Mad.
You see
I've heard of it, yeah.
Money can put you high.
Yeah.
So you have to manage the corridors of money and confine it into your particular plan of purpose. At that particular point, suits, you know, just to prove a point that life is doing well, driving Porsche vehicles, SUV, ground clearance, you know, living in quality places, leafy suburbs and stuff like that. But then they can even go ahead and put for us fake photos that they're doing well online, but then they are suffering in debt offline.
Oof.
They have put for us things that life is doing well, man. And this is online, we can see life is well. But then offline, they are struggling with lifestyle. So at that particular time, we come to say now, be realistic to yourself. Be real with money. The way you can be real with your spouse, be real with your money.
Yes.
That goes to tell us, honestly, have a relationship with money. Do you talk to your money? Money has a voice. I was here last time. I said that money is actually tripartite in nature. Money is tripartite in nature in a state that money is a spirit. We call it mammon. Money has a soul. We call it value. And money lives in our body. We call it currency. So this currency will flow in the direction where value is depicted. You see, irrefutably so. If you don't present value, money will never flow in that direction. Because the spirit of money is attracted into a place where there is going to be solution to problems of people. Now, if you can locate a problem in mankind, you are actually standing a position to secure the place of current flow. Money flows in the direction. In fact, that's why you find there are people, a lot of cash, and then suddenly you realize you don't know where money went. Give 3 people 5 million each. Follow them after 6 months. Tell me if you'll find the same results. And that's why we say, before you ever spend, do you have a plan for this particular spending? And then, is the spending emotional or is the spending strategic? Have strategic plan and spending, so that then you don't end up into emotional spending. And emotional spending gets you into a place where you will not think of the future. But if you strategize in the spending of the now, and you have a clear goal of where you're going, then this money is given direction. Because if you don't direct money, your money where to go, you will very soon wonder where it went. Because it is always moving. So you say, let me just keep in the bank. Okay, inflation is coming. It will be chewing the thing. In the year 1980 something there, in 1990s, bread was costing less than 10 bob over there. You see, it was going around 23 shillings, 25 bob. Today, how much is bread?
65.
Now, take it 10 years to come.
Oh, my goodness.
So, life is going to be unfair to people who have mishandled money. But then there is always time to change the whole thing. That the GDP of the country is growing, it is no guarantee that the GDP of an individual actually a deliberate action. You've got to decide, I want to be rich. Because sadly to say is that people will handle and treat you based on the weight of your pocket.
That's true.
People on the streets will walk in the mood or in the joy based on what they are thinking, what they can remember is in the bank account. Now, you blew it up. Watch the next 30 days. And now people are getting almost into Christmas now. School fees they have not cleared to pay. Or maybe you have cleared now. What about the new year? Do you think of 2027? The election is coming. How will lifestyle look like? What if, God forbid, what if 2027 behaved not really in the matters, whatever, look into the future and think about the risk that is there. So when you're spending, think about the risk. What ifs? They are always what you call the what ifs of life. If the what ifs are going to find you empty in your coffers, I'm telling you, poverty is an orphanage. Wealth has many relatives. This is where you find even someone you don't like or you don't know. They are calling you uncle, auntie, kiongozi, bazu, boss. Those names, chairman. Where are they coming from? Your pocket is talking. Yes, and that's where you find the wisdom of the wise. I mean, the wisdom of a poor man is usually despised. But when you are loaded, even when you are saying nonsense, it is wisdom. So have money.
There's no other way.
No other way. No other way. Make money, and when money comes, please be sober before you spend it.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't spend. Think about your integrity. Think about your dignity.
Wow.
Think about your reputation. How well do you want to define yourself? If you don't take that care, you'll soon start borrowing in-laws. And they will call your spouse. Please tell your husband or your wife to return my money. So you get at home, you find someone, your friend is very angry with you. Like what happened? I say, if you hear them saying, we need to talk, tell me if there is such a peace in the home. So it is always because there's some. And sometimes, think about it. Most times you find the people you're spending money on, they don't even love you.
That's true.
And this is where you find, of course, there are some who do. There are some who don't. Try at some point of your life to think about your friends. Redefine your friends. Do they love you because of your pocket, or they love you because of your personality? Then hide your pocket a little bit from the sun. And then let them now see the real you. Will they still love the you that is actually the real person? Or they loved you because of what you are doing, you are supplying to them? There are many people who have ended up into bad debt because they borrowed for friends. They borrowed to pay things for relatives, and now they are crying. They are dealing with the bad debt that is accruing over 7% every month. To some, they are even 21% with Shylocks of this kind of whatever percentages they are giving nowadays. And when you see and look into the whole matter, most times bad debt got into people's hand, not because they spent that money on themselves. They spent that money on others. Now, the question is, the day you stopped giving them the cash, did they die?
They didn't.
So that's where the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Before you spend on people, did you spend on yourself a dime? And the best way to spend on yourself is to procure the future, where you're going. And that is where we bring in the aspect of saving investment, because the money you don't grow will die natural death from your hand. If not, then that money will run away from you into the hands of those who are going to manage it in a proper and sober way. So always have sobriety and think about the tomorrow where you're going. Are you going to step on a red carpet, or you're going to step into a ditch? It only depends with the decision you're making with the money today. That's why we said every dollar that comes into your hand is an opportunity to make a decision. Spend on value. Build yourself, not on validation. Exactly.
Where? It's that moment you just say where, because you remind me of a conversation we had here with one Pius Moshiri of Nabo Capital, and he was mentioning the so-called kuambia mwili pole.
Yes.
And he was saying that we don't really have a problem of spending. The problem is with saving. So we are spending money each and every single day on various things.
Yes.
So to now try and validate our reasons, to spend more on making ourselves happy is to go down the wrong road. And that is what I'm picking from you, that before I spend this money, I need to ask myself, is it on value or is it on validation? And once you can actually answer that question, it informs your decisions.
Very true.
Yeah.
In fact, it directs how you look at money from that perspective. This is what I would say on that. Actually, people have no problem with making money. They have a problem with keeping or growing the money.
Yeah.
Anytime money comes, by the way, take a self-evaluation. When money comes into your hand like this, look at how you behave. You need to call so-and-so, send them some 500 shillings. You are like, let me check on so-and-so. They are really quiet of late. Let me reach out on my friend, or so-and-so. Or at that time, you realize then bills increase, and immediately you finish your money. Now you remember you have your own things to do. Then you're like, there is still a tomorrow. Now, we had New Year's resolution in
Yeah.
So this is what you do now. In fact, the same Mr. Pius Mushiri said, is one of my great men I love.
Yeah.
He said, I found him in one of the videos mentioning a statement that really got me into thinking too much. And he said, the greatest real estate on earth is yourself. If you are going to build into real estate that we see around, build into great properties, build into big businesses and industries and whatever, for that to ever happen, you have invested in yourself. And yourself, in this case, we talk about your value. You have gifts, you have talents, you have skills you have been going to school to work on. Now, when money comes to fund that which is already in you, how do you treat it? You chase it away by sending to many other places that are not an investment plan, so that then you would build your personal real estate. Actually, you are doing a good service to humanity if you can really invest in yourself before you ever invested in your vegetation or your environment or your other people at that time. And this is why we say, at that particular point in time, ladies and gentlemen, what you do is this. Know how much comes into your hand on a monthly basis or on a consistent basis. How much do you earn? How frequent is this money going to check in? And then when this money checks in, always remember, before you put it into a spending spree, put it into a spending plan. Don't put it into a spending spree, because that one will blow up. Put it into a spending plan, which will grant you now the guidelines by the strategies you've really laid up. And this is where we say, have something we call budget tracking. Have a budget tracking or a budget tracker to your money. Know that you can put this money into 3 buckets. One, put it into what you call the essentials. These are now utilities. Okay? Know always know how much is your rent. Okay? Come to a place of thinking about now clothing, food, shelter, children's school fees, everything of that sort. And then maybe any other utilities that are essential in nature. Then once that is established, you know exactly how much that be. Put into now the next place we call fun, or rather want. These are things you can still do without, but if you have to, then for purposes of maybe recreation, for purposes of adventure, or for purposes of maybe luxury. But then nowadays, become actually a necessity. So you must really work your way up into that particular aspect of growing value. But then this is where now you'll be able to now look at even the basket or the bucket of wants as still a necessity. But you have that money at that particular point, ladies and gentlemen. And that's where we say the third bucket, which is very important, vital to life, is this part where we are putting money into now the future plan, the savings and investment. That is the game changer. That is. Let me just highlight for you something that might be a blessing to us. Money, how you treat money will define you in the following levels. There is a level in life about money, we call it charity. This is a place where you are not earning anything, and then you don't have a definite source that is supplying the cash for you. Maybe people are in need and they don't know where the next meal will come from. They don't have people they can look up to and say, today I actually am particular level. They can graduate a little bit into another level we call dependency. Dependency now, you don't have your own source of income, but then you have somewhere you are looking up to somebody that is very consistent. You know, at the end of the day, I have my life going. Maybe this can be a baby, a kid, a child growing up, a student growing up, and maybe a few people around there. But then you can graduate from that level and The solvency level is where now you are able to take this particular money. You have now started to work somewhere. You have something coming at the end of the week, at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you see. So you can now start affording a lifestyle on your own. So you can pay rent from your pocket and you're like, oh, wow, it's interesting to pay my own bills. Now, there we are at the level of solvency. At that particular instance now, somebody is not even saving, thinking of anything of that sort. But then how you discipline yourself on your billing life helps you to now keep something extra, not really in a long-term saving plan, but in even a short-term or an emergency plan. Now, from there is when you'll gravitate now to the next level. These are graduations we do for ourselves, you see. Now, you'll grow from the level of solvency, go to the next level. Direct translation, life in a jeep.
Giving itself.
Exactly. Life is giving itself now. So it means you can now afford your bills, you can afford to pay bills for your family, and then now you have something extra now. You can now pay a few bills around and then have something extra to start securing the future where you're going. Now, at that particular point, be very serious to consider now what you call the religious saving plan. Always insist that I will not spend a dime until I have seen money going into a plan that is going to procure the future where I'm going. Now, at that particular instance, we usually say automate that saving plan. Automate it. Because in many instances, we are not that much disciplined.
That's true.
So until you catch that frequency and momentum, please automate your account. You'll find that money is not there. Where did it go? Maybe it went to money market. Maybe it went to a short-term plan. Maybe it went to a long-term plan, you see. Now, at that level of stability, you can define yourself. You can be the one to determine where you're going. If at all you'll be so disciplined and loving and kind to your destiny and the destiny of your loved ones, at that particular instance, you'll graduate to the next level now. We call it independence. Independence now, you have created now something. This something we call different streams of income. Now, money is coming from here, money is coming from there. You're making money from a different source. And then before you know it, you have started now building what you call a passive income portfolio. Now, passive income portfolio now moves your lifestyle from earning from active income into earning from... Okay. Are we growing well?
We are. We really are.
So now from the level of independence, now you will graduate to now almost the 1%. This is now where we call abundance. Now you have more than you needed. Now you are earning while you are asleep. Someone said, I caught, I think it was Pius Mushiri as well, who was quoting Warren Buffett. And he said, around 2011, 2013 in between, Warren Buffett was asked how much he earns, and he was mentioning a figure for above $2 billion per hour, even when sleeping. That is 2013 there. Now, this is the new year now. We are in 2025. Are you seeing that? So the question is, how much do you earn even when you're not working? If you are not earning from your sleep, then wake up to the coffee. Let's be excited that you invested into the vision you had. And that's where now we begin to grow into what we call legacy. A good man out of good treasure builds an inheritance to his children's children.
True.
Exactly.
Hey, wait. These are such powerful nuggets of wisdom, Kevin. And I'm just thinking of even the young people. One of them is in studio with us.
Wow.
I'm thinking of the young people who are probably earning something small, and maybe they're listening to you and feeling, nikigrow, nikikuwa mkubwa, you know, when I get to that level where I'm earning a good amount of money, maybe I'm working for this organization, working for the government, getting a fat salary, maybe at that point I will start applying what Kevin Shitsukane is mentioning. Talk to the Gen Zs, talk to the young people, right where they are. How can they leverage on this wisdom that you're giving us?
I'll tell them that nobody is so low in life that they can't save. And no one is too high in life that they can't lose what they have built over time.
Ooh, that's powerful.
And that goes to tell us that where you are now, at the point you are hearing what you're hearing now, you actually have the right opportunity to start saving and investing immediately. Even if you are earning 10,000, you see, you have 1,000 or 2,000 to put aside. The question is, where do you stay? Because there are people who are living in places where they are paying 30% of their income. So it means you're don't move out as of now. Oh, I need to be independent now. I've just gotten a job. Stay there for some time. Stay there for some time. And then begin to imagine the rent you wanted to start paying where you want to go to stay. Then take that amount of money, start saving that figure from your income.
Wow, that's good.
You see? Then let's grow from there. Keep going. Of course, have a financial coach. You see, have somebody who can share with you the nuggets of securing the future, because the future you don't secure, you remain a stranger over. And the money you have now can give you a quantum leap. It's actually a stepping stone. I tell people all the time, the current job you are doing now, it was actually an opportunity from God. Your salary is not a source of income to pay bills. It's a source of capital to build into passive income, which will be paying your bills.
Wow.
Every time money is coming into your hand like this, from since you are a student, maybe parents give you some pocket cash. Now, this is not time to go chopping money with the friends over the weekend. Let's chop this thing. My daddy will send another one. You see, from since the time you are a student, you must start weaning yourself away from employment very early. And if you are going to enter into employment, then it is only because you want to keep your validity and your presence in the marketplace. But then that should only be because you are actually getting something extra to build your dream, to build your vision. Because I tell people, the dollar you mishandle, you actually bury a dream. But the dollar you invest, you build a future. Always work around seeing this money becoming, not disappearing. And that's why we say, please, from since the lowest level of earning, you have something to save. Whether you're on internship, whether you have just started a job, whether you are a student, there is still something you're saving. Always you must know that. And it's an error if you are earning something consistently and you have no saving plan. The question is, what if you stopped working today? Will you move up country? Your landlord will not understand that you lost a job. Your bills, even your electric company, whatever, they will not understand. Tokens will still be asked.
Yes.
And you can't pay the milkshake or whatever in the supermarket you are going to buy soap. You cannot pay them by speaking in tongues. You have to speak in cash. So at that particular instance, you must know that every time money comes your way, it has actually come to give you a name or to amplify your position. Always work your way up the ladder from since you are there. In fact, saving and investment is a culture. Spending is also a culture. Now, that goes to tell you, associate your PMA means positive mental attitude concerning wealth creation. There are people who will be around you, they say, you are just 24, 21. You have time. You have time, and time is ticking. And the Bible says, the Bible. Can I bring the Bible?
Please bring the Bible.
All right. It says in Ephesians chapter 5, verse number 15, 16, 17, it says, see that you walk not as foolish, but as wise, redeeming time, for the days are evil. Yes. It doesn't matter. In the same economy that people are crying, there are others who are building huge things.
That's true.
There are people who are, have you seen the latest number plates on the road? Vehicles? And at the same time, there are people who say landlord has closed the door.
Yeah.
You see? It only means there is a place of the mindset. And this is where you find people who didn't save. They will discourage those who are in a position to be opportuned to start saving. This is another question you find people asking, this very critical place. They say, me, I have heard what you have just said. What if I'll bring you to speed to remind you that you still pay rent even while paying debt? It tells you that your future is crying the day you choose to say, I am busy paying debt and I can't consider the plan you are telling me now. And this is where we say, divide and apportion your money in different sections. Have the place you are clearing off debt in a certain percentage. Have the place you are paying bills in a certain percentage. Have the place of your lifestyle. You've got to enjoy yourself, of course. But then also have the place, more importantly, where you are looking into, you are forecasting the future. Because if you are not saving and investing, debt will wait for you again. You will borrow here to pay this one. When you hear this one is now quiet, you jump there and come and pay this one. But this one is pushing now, you run the other side. You're like, let me be playing that. That's what you call living a lifestyle of rat race. And rat race lifestyle leads people very fast into poverty. And poverty brings great minds into corridors of compromise. So if you're going to keep an integrity in this life, I'm telling you, you must embrace this culture we are talking about, saving and investment. And guess what? Saving is not for the rich. Investing is not for the wealthy. No. Investing is part of them. They are part of it, I mean. Investing and saving is for everybody under the sun. In fact, you are biblically right. Yeah. You are scripturally sober if you embrace and plan to a kingdom. In Matthew 25. If you started with verse 14, it goes to say the kingdom of God is like a man who was going a far country. And this guy left 3 talents or 3 giftings to different people. Yeah. I usually interpret it this way. He left 3 companies to 3 people. There is one who was left 5 companies to run. There is another one who was left 2 companies to run. There is another one who was given 1 company. The one with 1 company maintained it in within, and before you knew it, he actually drowned down that particular company. So there was no revenue that was generating. So he closed the company and he said, the only money that is left in the coffers, let's keep it so that the master, when he's coming, he will find his money strictly there. Now, he didn't know that revenue was supposed to be accumulating because of this thing of inflation, because of this thing of taxation, because of the lifestyle that's going to keep accruing. Now, at that time, the other 2, 1 with 2 multiplied to 4, 1 with 5 multiplied to 10. Now, they were entrusted equitably to everyone's measure of growth and advancement. And this one who kept his own like this, he was called a wicked servant. Now, if you are not saving and investing, you are wicked to your destiny.
That's a good one.
You would be very wicked. By the way, because bills will keep increasing. So if we are complaining today, let me tell you, you will complain, you will murmur tomorrow. But if you say, in fact, a wealth mindset talks like this. When you see something before you, you don't tell yourself, I can't afford it. You tell yourself, how can I afford it? Okay? And then you label that thing, I can make it. It starts with mindset. So once you tell yourself, there is something in your mind, maybe an enzyme that is released and brings now an atmosphere around you. There is even something in your mind, in your brain, I think called dopamine, something like that.
Yes.
It brings you into a place where you gather courage. There is that confidence that begins now to tell you, guess what? I'm going after this giant, and I'm able to conquer it. So you must ensure that you are an investor and you are a saver, not a spender.
Oof, wow. Those are such heavy nuggets of wisdom. I mean, I have learned so much. Mr. Kevin Shitsukane, you're a blessing to us, in all honesty, because I think you are the one who is helping us to see that, especially for those watching and feeling like whatever I have is too little, you're changing their mindset. To think that indeed you have more than enough.
Yes.
It's just about how you steward it. So, I mean, we are so blessed. And it's unfortunate that the time is not on our side.
As always.
But this has only given us an introduction to even a deeper topic next time. And I know that we will keep having this discussion, this conversation. We just barely scratched the surface of saving and spending. We got deep into so many things that you can definitely put into consideration. So maybe I will give you an opportunity to give us your final remarks, just briefly before we wind up.
All right. I would say that in every honesty, love yourself for once and begin a saving journey. Not saving and investing, you are simply doing something we call installmental dying. Don't die, don't kill your future. At least awaken the giant in you. If nobody actually ever lived a glorious lifestyle in your generation, be the first one to start that particular legacy. And we are here for you. We will help you to go through that whole journey. We'll walk you through the trenches, through the thicket. At the end of the day, you'll find yourself in your palace. Be a saver, not a spender.
Amen.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love that. And I'm great nugget she has added. My salary is a source of capital. Ameka ile emoji na kuanga hivi. Anasema this wisdom, and she has closed it up with saying we should not be wicked. That's my mom, who I tell you, no matter what she's earning, she tells me I will not lack something to save. She has in fact passed that culture to me, and I have grown because I have seen her do that. No matter what would be happening, my mom would always find something small to save. So thank you so much, our dear viewers. Thank you, Mom, for always tuning in and learning, picking the nuggets. And at this point, maybe you can let us know, how can people interact with you? How can they catch up with you in case they have questions to ask?
Thank you. I'll give one contact. Plus 2547 23 00 3064 0723 00 3064. Reach out on that number on WhatsApp, text line, and we are there to serve you.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. because your wealth of wisdom has transformed the lives of many.
And maybe I would add something else on
Yes,
that.
sure.
Maybe you can reach out also on our TikTok account. Oh my goodness, there is something going on in there. You can go watch the videos we have done on money and stuff like that. It's called Kevin Graced Angel. Reach out on that. You'll be marveled at the things you'll be seeing in there.
Yes, you say Kevin Graced Angel.
Kevin Graced Angel.
Okay,
Grow.
Get those notifications whenever a new video is made. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Asante.
Graced Angel. For coming through and giving us your wealth of wisdom, equipping us for the future, for our destiny. And our viewers, I hope you have gotten to learn a few things. I already have people in mind that I'm going to share this episode with. I hope you also do have people that you can take that link to them so that you can help them to start creating wealth, building up for their future. So from us, wacha tuseme kwaheri for now, but we'll see you guys tomorrow on One Day at a Time. My name is Beatrice Nudi. Do have yourselves a lovely day.